Hello, friends. Welcome to the weekend reading. This is the reading for November 8th and 9th. Had to think there for a minute. November 8th and 9th, 2025. Thanks for being here. We're going to do things a little differently. We're not going to do a tarot card today. I'm going to use some oracle decks, and we're going to get an idea of what we need to know over the weekend to help us have the most beneficial weekend we can have. This is a collective reading, of course, a universal reading for the energies in play. And we're going to maybe see what we can get as far as some wisdom, some insight, some inspiration, and some ideas of how best we can go through the weekend and have the best weekend possible. So what I have the Angels and Ancestors deck. I think that might be the punctuation card. I'm going to use the Celtic Spirit Oracle. And I thought a nice one to add with this Celtic Spirit, I just purchased this. This is the Gentle Creatures Wisdom deck. So we're going to use that as well and see what kind of combined message we get with these two. I have a tarot deck on hand if we need a little bit more clarification, but we're going to get into this. We'll pull a card, one card from each. We're just going to see what the overall reading is for the weekend. This is coming out a little bit late this week. Whew! This full moon this week, it was a doozy. It was a doozy. So ran a little behind later in the week. We're going to get caught up this weekend for sure. That's if the cards say it's a good idea. We got to get caught up regardless. So I hope everyone is having a good weekend or has had a good end of the week. And everybody getting ready for the Mercury retrograde that kicks off tomorrow, 11/9. And goes till November 29th. And then also, don't forget, Jupiter retrograde kicks off November 11th. Those don't feel important. So we're just going to pick those up and keep going. So I hope everyone is well, and I hope everyone is having a good weekend. We're going to pull that one out. I'm going to put it up here because I am going to use the pendulum for the Gentle Creatures deck. I'll show you guys this deck real quick. It's just really sweet. Beacon, clearing, herd, stories. It's got these really cool sort of furry monsters that I just really, I don't know. I've had this deck on my wish list for a while, and I just was able to pick it up this week. Little full moon gift to myself and to you guys. You'll probably see it in the weekly tarot readings as well. We'll see how it does today. All right. What gentle creature wants to come forward for us over the weekend? Let's see. Pretty strong pull. I like it. I like these backs because actually, the camera picks up the individual cards really well because of the lighting. But for me, they all blend in together. So that actually helps with a dowsing reading. Okay. Is it that one? It sure is. Okay, this one right here. We'll see how these two combine. And we'll go with the third card if we need it. From Celtic Spirits, we have, I have no idea, the Blodwed. Wisdom, power, and transformation this weekend. And the gentle creature is key. Nice. I might have to go to the book on this one, but I'm going to riff off of it to begin with. I like the fact that both of these involve owl-like creatures. You will see that in this deck, they don't have a lot of owl faces. They're usually, when you do see a face, it's not very owl-like, right? So what are the odds that we get these two, right? So owl is wisdom, owl is patience, owl is nighttime activities. It's moving in the shadows silently and quietly. Wisdom, power, and transformation. The main bird of Athena. It's been the main bird of magical work for some time. Matter of fact, there's a whole connection to owls and magic and the paranormal and subtle energies and the fair folk that goes back, well, as long as we've been around as humans. So This is an important notice for the weekend. I think it's important to look at what you can unlock today as far as wisdom, as far as looking as to what you're going to transform and what power you want to tap into today. You have a key. You have a key this weekend to do that, and you have an opportunity to open something up. I like that this is being gifted as well, so it makes me think that either from someone else or from spirit or from possibly a spiritual helper, if you have spiritual connections or a spiritual team, look for subtle signs today and keys being handed to you to unlock the way forward. There's certainly a sense of the mystical this weekend and a sense of some mysteries and unlocking them. You have a chance to unlock, to gain some power, to gain something that is going to help you transform and shift into a new way of being this weekend. Yeah. So I did take a moment and looked at these books, and because I'm not familiar with either one of these, this is a brand new deck, and this deck, I've not really had this card. This is Blue Dueth, which is an owl. It's about owls and about the goddess that gets turned into an owl. And I'm just going to read to you from some of the books. I don't normally do this, but I think it's really important because there is an energy here with owl that is incredibly important for us today, because the odds that I would choose these two decks and they would both come up with owl energy. There you go. So we're going to read from the book, and then I'm going to riff a little bit more. This is the page. So if you want to pause this to read this, please feel free. But this was important. It was about how the goddess was, this particular goddess in this story, a beautiful woman created by two magicians from the flowers of the oak, broom, and meadow sweet. She was created to be the wife of someone, but she didn't love them. And the goddess was created for something she did not want. Is there something you are doing that you do not love and feel like you are trapped doing? Do you long for another job, another relationship, another life? It may be time to find a way out to where you are, to find your passion and allow your true being to come forth. The owl is a symbol of wisdom, been through darkness and seeks what it needs with great accuracy. Calling the wisdom of the owl, or those with the owl as a spirit animal, will help you see through the masks and illusions before you. They see through darkness with great accuracy. So then in the Gentle Creatures book, I was very happy to see that this is all about owls. This is about shape-shifting. They want to understand how the owl feels just watching in the woods. This key is a valuable lifelong lesson, is to open yourself up to receiving information without preconceived ideas about what it all means. Do not set up boundaries for yourself or anyone else that predetermines choice or choices. The gift you give and get when you just open up to the moment is a lifelong one. Seek forever to be in the space of observation, seeing everything as it is with fresh eyes. So there's an idea of observation here. There's an idea of transformation here. There's an idea of tapping into this wisdom, a lot like what I said before about there is a chance this weekend. This is not a chance. This is going to happen. There's going to be a key presented to you this weekend. There's going to be a new way of looking at things. And it's going to be up to you to decide how you want to move on it. But there is an opportunity to really tap into this energy of the owl, the wisdom of the owl. And I think even more on an individual level for all of us, this will come out in different ways. But if we all sort of look to that owl energy this weekend, I think we will all have some very interesting insights and some ideas of how to move forward. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really glad this reading has come together the way it has. I am going to pull an Angels and Ancestors card just to kind of get an idea, a little bit more punctuation. But, oh, that one did not want to go back in. Okay. Guardian Angel, you are not alone. So, again, like I said about the spirit contact or a spirit guide or a guardian angel or a higher self. Tap into that. Let the owl possibly be an intermediary for you to have those communications, that connection. It's all very important to do that. And then we have a feather, a white feather, which we have a lot of white in play here as well with the white faces and the ideas of the owl. So spend some time this weekend looking into this observational transformation to power. And that just came out of my mouth. I didn't even plan on saying it. So there you go. There's your key. And there's your movement forward for the weekend. Look to that. As always, this is a collective reading. So if you want to pull a tarot card, an oracle card, whatever, a runestone to see how this connects to you individually, this idea and this energy that is in play this weekend, please do so. Let me know down in the comments down below. Let me know the card you pulled. Let me know about your thoughts. Let me know about what you think about how crazy it is that I pulled 2 owl cards and a white feather. So there is a message, very strong message for us this weekend, and it's about how we want to see in the dark and move forward with our power. Yeah. Chance to really open something up with a key generously and freely given to us. So make the most of it, gang. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a very magical weekend, and I will see you on Monday's reading. Peace and strength, everybody. Happy to be here. Bye-bye.